Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show me some. Show me some. Show me some.
Day matter.
Show me some. Hey, show me
Oh my
some.
goodness. Holy cow, that's funny. Good day, sir.
There we go. We got it. Because I
Holy
didn't get
cow.
one. I didn't get one the last time. I don't love that. Still don't
I wasn't really thinking that you were going to do that deep a voice. I don't think I've heard that voice before.
I'm gonna if I can remember, I'm gonna try and do it deeper on the next one.
That's
Miranda, you're not talking about my blue on blue on blue.
Ooh, I know. I'm really jealous because I don't think I have that blue hat.
I got the blue, I got the blue, I got the blue.
John
And
got all these ultra custom Don't Suck at Sales hats made.
kind of did. I kind of did
Ultra
that.
custom. I got my jacket on. I do love my neon pink. It's my new favorite color. If anyone wants to get me a present, I think by the time, yeah, my birthday's in July, but I'll accept presents all the way. Actually, John and I, you might not know this, but our birthdays are one day apart.
One day.
One day.
24. We might even be less than 24 hours apart.
That is. It's at different years, but we are one day apart.
Okay, well, I don't even know like how. Do you know what time you were born at?
At like 4 in the morning, I think.
All right, so you don't know.
It's like if it was around 4 to 6 a.m. I can look up my
Oh.
birth certificate if I really have to, but it was early in the morning.
Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough.
We got to figure this out. Stay
We do.
posted.
We
Yeah.
do. All right. So, I feel like someone made a comment a little while back about our bantering, and now it's got me insecure about
It
this.
was one person.
I know.
It
I
wasn't a
know.
bunch of people. It was one
You know, like really
comment.
famous people, like their advice is like, don't listen to what the critics say. Don't read Instagram and don't read Twitter. You know
Yeah.
what? I really like reading.
My boyfriend's on the news, and my mom is she's like the mayor of her city, and like both of them are like, we just don't look at stuff. It's like,
Well,
don't
and
mess with your head, John. And believe me, now that you're so famous with the Don't Suck at Sales, and we had one negative comment about the bantering, and that means we should redo the whole thing.
right,
That's
exactly. Exactly. Don't tell me about my banter, man. I don't even know who it was, but you're lucky I don't know, because I'm evil like that. I am too. I'll like totally engage and stuff like that. I will not back down either. But anyway, so Miranda, I was with an agent and fairly newer agent. And she was like, John, I just don't know why I'm getting no-showed left and right. She was literally, the week before last, she had set 12 appointments, only 3 had showed up, and she was like, all 3 of them were so surprised. They're like, oh yeah, totally forgot about that. And she kept getting this. And so so I started just kind of digging in, and I'm like, all right, send me the recordings of your phone. And she did, and it was like, holy cow, Miranda. We pitch and preach and harp on this idea, especially in this digital world, right, bud? Especially like in this world of like speed. Like speed is like urgent is of like whatever, you get what I'm saying.
like people watch TikTok videos and they want to learn something in like a minute or 3 minutes. And
Yeah.
before it was like an hour long stuff, but now it's like everyone wants to learn things in like a minute or
Yeah.
so. Yeah,
And then if not,
gotcha.
they're like totally disengaged. So
I
you
feel what
got
you're
it.
putting down. I feel what you're
Thank
putting
you.
down.
You did. You helped me out there. And so anyway, so I'm like, all right, listen, 24 to 36 hours, like we have to book these within. And then she's like, okay. And she wasn't able to do that with a lot of people. And she's like, the people that I was able to, yes, the show rate increased. She goes, what do I do for the people that just want to book out over the next 3 days or 4 days? Why am I not getting people to show up? And I said, you know what? I'm going to make Miranda Martin do a podcast on this one because I don't have an answer for you, but Miranda does. So Miranda,
Right.
Today's topic, do you want to guess what it's going to be?
How to get people to book where you want them to. I love it. No, that's cool. And so listen, there's 2 different schools of thought here. Number one is if you're calling digital leads, if like the people that just requested information online and then you get them on the phone, you book them in within like an hour. Okay, you don't even offer up that you're going to do it in like a week from now or tomorrow or whatever. It's just, listen, John, okay, I'm going to get to work doing your research here. It's going to take me about 30 minutes or an hour. Would you be free for a quick call in about an hour for me to go over your options and close your case?
Yeah.
That's it. Do not start offering alternative choice times. You just say, hey, John, are you free in an hour for a quick 7-minute call to close your case? Almost 100% of them are going to say yes. The only people that don't typically will say, hey, I'm working until like 7. Can we do it then? Sure. So to your agent, if she's calling digital lead, she's probably not doing that at the end of that call. 7-minute call to close your case. And then just put it in as an appointment. Don't say, okay, do you want to do it in an hour and 10 minutes or like an hour and 50? No, it's just put it in as an appointment. That's it. You're a done deal. You call them back. They should pick up probably about 75% of the time if it's within an hour.
Ooh, I like it.
The other thing that is a little bit more in depth is the traditional mortgage protection appointment or the people. Yes.
Hold on, I'm so sorry to cut you off, and let's hang on to that thought. But all right, so what about like, what do you call Mark? You call him like the guardian of the galaxy, right?
Yes.
All right.
The guardian of the galaxy.
There you go. And so what about people like that? All right, so I know for a fact, like I wouldn't care, Mur, if I told somebody, hey, it's hour from, now for a 7-minute call to close your case, like if it takes any longer than that, it's on you, it's not on me. Like, I don't mind doing that, but what about for the people that know, like, I can't get through a presentation in 7 minutes. So I can't say that. Like, and again, you're going to have just those,
okay.
those,
Yes, the analytical. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would tell you, the guardian minded, intricate minded, very analytical mindset, go listen to the podcast that we have. It should be the one just before this on role and purpose. Because in digital leads, and that's the lead source that I'm referring to right now, that is the presentation, is the role and purpose. You say, hey, you wanted life insurance quotes. You go through the role and purpose. You ask them a couple questions and you're into the application. There's no, if they don't want to do it, you're off the phone in a few minutes. If they do want to do it, you should be actually it is possible to be in the application in 7 minutes. It is.
Okay.
That whole thing that I have, that whole system that the script that I have, and we'll make sure this is on the website, John. I know corporate had it on theirs. I don't know if it's still in there after they redid HQ and everything, but it takes 7 minutes. It was called the 7-minute process. Okay. And the thing is that you don't want people to feel like it's going to be a very long committed thing, because it's not. It's like, hey, dude, I got these prices and off you go. Like, it's very low barrier to entry. Like, it's very casual in that digital lead. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Analytical ones. For those of you that are afraid to say that, don't skip that particular step because of your insecurity of thinking that, hey, after 7 minutes, they're going to hang up on me. Not true.
They're not. Be happy, because if you don't have anyone pick up, you have no one to even help anyways. Let's be worried about that.
That's right.
Okay. The mortgage protection people, okay, you have a little bit more time, like the people that called in off a mailer a while ago or sent a form back. Like, they've put more steps behind it. They're a little, and you're typically going to want the spouse, and if possible, you want them on Zoom. Like, there's a little bit more, there's more commitment behind these ones. So it's sometimes harder to get both spouses together in an hour on a Zoom call. Okay. So what we want to do is, okay, this is a big topic, but let me break it down. Okay. So before you dive into the date and time progression, I want you to put on like your detective hat. Where's my hat? It's an invisible one. It's an invisible one, but I've got it on. Okay. I've got my detective hat on, and I'm going to ask you something along the lines of, hey, John, so when are you and Jessica normally home together? Is that like mornings, afternoons, evenings? Like, when do you guys normally are together?
We're typically home together in the evenings.
Yeah, the evenings. Like, what time do you guys typically get home from work? at night?
So, I'm normally home at about 7 o'clock. She gets home. She's got to pick up the kids from school, and then she's either taking them to karate, and then after karate, or she's taking them to MMA, or she's taking whatever. There's some sort of sporting event always. And then we both, with the kids, meet up around 7, and then typically do dinner right then and there too.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pause. So I asked him some questions like, when are you normally home together? Like, and then I'll say mornings, afternoons, evenings. If I don't want to run appointments in the mornings, I offer up mornings. If I can't do nights, I'm not gonna say nights. I'm gonna say, John, when are you and Jessica normally together in the mornings or afternoons? You follow me? Offer where you want to book people. And then you're going to ask them, because you want to know as much about his schedule without like being weird as possible. Because once you start offering times in a moment, I don't want you asking John anymore about his schedule. You already did that. Okay. Once you start launching into the date and time progression, you offer 2 times. And we did a whole nother podcast on that too. Alternative of choice. It was awesome. Go watch it. But you offer up the time like same day. So John, you normally get home at 7:30. You know, you guys are okay. I'm really busy tonight, John, but I do have one spot left at 7:45 and another one at 8:30 tonight. Would 7:45 be good, or 8:30 work better tonight for you and Jessica when you're both home together?
Yeah, tonight, and let me just do it. Tonight might be tough.
Okay. Tomorrow, John, I have I know you said around 7, but I'm booked. I could do like 7:30 tomorrow night, and then I could do like, I don't normally run appointments that late, but I do have a 9 o'clock at night. Would 7:30, whatever, or 9 o'clock work
Well,
better for you guys?
the 9 o'clock would work perfect. And we can eat dinner, spend some time with our kids, put them down to bed, and then show up for the meeting.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I'll pause it and let you talk.
I will too. Yeah. So I really like how both times you said how busy you were, even without them having to, like, I don't know how to say this, but like 7 o'clock, you knew that they were busy at 7, so you were busy at 7. Right? Like that's the one thing that's like you're busy. You always act as if like, oh my God, I'm so slammed up until this point, but I do have this, or I do have this. Does this work, or does this work better? Right. And that's, again, we're referencing the mortgage protection, but you're always busy up until they're not. Am I making sense with that?
Yeah. So there's a philosophy that we always want to close the door on the time they ask for. So you in theory didn't say I can do it at 7:30, but I'm already gonna, you don't ever want to say I'm not working. Say I don't have anything available. If you want to be the articulate one, I don't have anything available anyways until boom, 7:30.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Every time that you offer times, you want to sound busy with it. If people are trying to book you out weeks like and doing that, it's because they have convinced you that they're busier than you are.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I will sit there, John, and literally when we used to drive around in our cars, I would take like probably 60 seconds and tell them how many places I go to. I'd be like, I was in Port Charlotte, and then I was in North Carolina, and then I was in Miami, and then I was here, and then I was there. They have me all over the country, and the people would go, oh, I'm like, I represent Mutual of Omaha, I represent Gerber, like, so listen, let me tell you what I have here on my schedule, and people would rearrange their schedules to meet with me.
Yeah. And even do that. Like, don't be afraid to do that right now too. Like, even when you're offering up times, like, oh, don't have that, don't have that. Ooh, it looks like I might be able to squeeze you in right there at that. Looks like a 7:45 because I already have an 8 as well. Or I could put you in at the 8:30. So would the 7:45 work, or would the 8:30 be better? Right? Like you're sitting, and then like the really cool thing about that, Mer, we already did do this, but the really cool thing about that is like sometimes I'd even go like 7:53 or an 8:07, right? And say that I have something in between. Like the really cool thing about that is you're placing it in their brain. Number one, that this isn't going to take very long. That's what people truly want to know. Like they don't want to schedule an appointment because they think it's going to take forever. I'm telling you. And if they have this perception that it's going to be quick, it's okay, because anyone can drop 10 minutes in their day to do this. They don't want to drop an hour of what they're doing throughout the day. So as quick as we can paint that perception that this is going to be quick, you're going to increase your probability of show factor.
in this digital world, there's so many people that are selling policies in different states, right? John, to your busy point, you could be like, hey, oh my goodness, I'm helping families all over the country. You know, I'm licensed in Indiana and California, and I'm licensed in North Carolina. Like, it's so crazy right now for me. Like, it is nuts. So I actually represent Mutual of Omaha. You could do the same thing. And listen, I have one spot left tonight at 7:30 or one at 9. Which would work best for you and Jessica when you're both available? People, if they, when you do that, they're going to go, wow. I hear them. They go, wow. And then all of a sudden they want to work with you, not the other people that are calling them, because you're the professional. You're now on a pedestal, right? And that's how you get people to book, not by just, you know, making yourself sound so available that you can meet with them whenever they want, even if it's 2 weeks from now.
Don't be an auctioneer with it. Oh, I got a 6 o'clock, 6:15, 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock, 7:15, 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock. Which one of those will work for you? Wait, what? You're like the dork that nobody wants to work with, right? And we don't want to have that as their perception, even though in the beginning it might be the dork that nobody wants to work with. Act as if, fake it till you make it. Pretend like you do have 10 appointments through that day, and that's how quickly you will get 10 appointments in a day and a high show factor, Miranda. So they don't want to suck. What should they do?
Get our Don't Suck at Sales merch and wear it. And then all of a sudden you'll be like, amazing. Everyone will sign up with you.
It's like wearing our sales merch is like putting on like a cape. Or like putting on a Spider-Man outfit or a Batman costume. Like just you'll be an instant badass. She's spot on.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening.
For listening.
We love all your comments.
Get over to YouTube, y'all.
Yeah. Show me some. Show me some. Show me some. Show me some.